Mike's not here for this episode. Are we recording?
Fuck you. It's my line.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to TheOddPodPodcast, episode 23. We've got Nacho was recently diagnosed with schizophrenia.
Fuck you. No, that's actually something I worry about, and I'm probably going to die early. We're all going to die pretty early.
The more you think about how often you're going to die, I think the sooner you're going to die.
I've had some close calls.
Close call. Speaking of close calls, did you see the video of those people getting hit by the car in Tysons today?
No.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I guess it wasn't a close
Why are you
call.
laughing? No, that's funny as shit. Let me
No,
see.
it's funny as hell. Can you give me a second?
They shouldn't have opened up the silver line. No, well, actually, the silver line doesn't matter if it's a car.
All right, here's the video. It was posted 20 hours ago on June 26th.
It's always the dash cams.
It's the best dash cam. Here you go. Let's see. They're walking and boom!
Oh, I thought it was going to be more high-speed chase. It was just someone doing a left-hand turn in a minivan?
Yeah, but
Like a drunk
pedestrians...
mom.
Probably. But pedestrian safety is at an all-time low, and they just got clocked. Like, what are you doing?
See, I always live in the city, and there are times where, like, I'll walk, and I know that the cars are flying by, but I have the right of way. I won't even look.
That's
to
you.
my left and right.
That's
That would have
you on
been
the
me.
video.
That would have been me if I was walking, and I'm like, hit me. I dare you. And then he actually hits me, and I'm like, oh, this hurt a lot more than I thought it was going to.
And they drive off and never see you again.
Well, the minivan didn't drive off, fortunately.
No. But fortunately, you guys are watching, and hopefully you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Thank you to all 30 subscribers. We appreciate all the love and support. All 130 subscribers. We appreciate the love and support.
Guys, follow us on TikTok. Once we hit 100 subscribers, we're going to be giving out...
It's 50.
50? 50? Oh, we lowered that
50
number.
followers.
Then.
It's always been 50 followers.
Okay. Anyways, that was a stupid rule made up by Jacob. As you can tell, he's not here today.
You'll get $20.
$20 from Jacob. Do you want
$20.
Do you want to address why Jacob's not here?
No. He's at the beach.
Okay.
He's enjoying some fun times. Because the world is really tense out there right now. You have China eyeing Taiwan. You have Russia looking at Ukraine. We have two old-ass motherfuckers about to debate on the stage while we all just stand there and say, how do we get here? And that is the same question that South Koreans asked themselves when they stepped outside and saw that there were shit balloons flying from the sky from the North Koreans.
Well,
Andy, play the clip.
Hold on. Do you know why those balloons, or why the North Koreans are sending shit-filled balloons to South Korea?
I wonder why the North Koreans do a lot of things.
Well, let me tell you why. It's because the South Koreans were sending balloons up to North Korea of things that they were missing out. Like,
Wasn't it K-pop?
Yeah, K-pop. And so in response, the North Koreans started sending shit-filled balloons down to South Korea.
That seems aggressive.
Yeah. And here's the video.
Well, that's fun.
뭐가 떨어지는 소리가 굉장히 크게 들렸고요. 그리고 나서 뭐가 이제
This is a really quiet video.
시작했고 그다음에 바로 폴리스 라인을 치시고 와서 이제 수사대가 오셔가지고
Look how delicately it's just falling there.
Those balloons look so inconspicuous.
Oh, yeah, because imagine if there wasn't just poop in there.
Yeah.
의도적인
Wow, they've got full-on bomb
지정을 해서
squad.
North Korean pooper, very toxic.
하다는 생각이 들면서
Is that what
너무
North Korean shit looks like?
I guess so. And cigarette butts. You know Koreans love cigarettes.
I think all of Europe and everywhere but America loves cigarettes.
We used to, but then we got told not to. We just vape now.
Yeah, like we suck on
너무
USBs.
소름이 끼쳐서 다들 굉장히 공포에 떨었던 것 같아요.
Viruses are chemicals.
Okay, so
바로 전쟁이 일어날 수도
long story
있겠다.
short, North Korea is sending out balloons of shit.
That's just wild to me. I mean, it's better than, like, nukes and stuff, but the point is, things are getting a little dicey over there with our friends in the Korean Peninsula. Thoughts, Andy, as an Asian resident?
So I think it's so fucking funny you would send balloons over of shit. That's like something you would literally do with a neighbor you don't like.
Yeah. I mean, that's what that is, technically.
Literally neighbors. And so what's kind of crazy is South Korean scientists actually studied the shit that was coming over the border. All these balloons, and what they found out was
They're
malnourished
as fuck.
They're malnourished as fuck. And there's like worms in their poop.
Oh, really?
So either they're sending like dog shit over with worms, or these Koreans just have worms in their shit.
Well, there's no dogs in North Korea.
No, they are. They're just cattle.
Well, yeah. I was about to say, definitely not raw dogs, at least.
Raw dogs.
Cooked. They're probably cooked.
Oh.
Korean stew.
You gotta start with it raw first, don't you?
So I was looking a bit into this, and like, you know, North Korea has always been pulling shit like this, but like they've done some crazy shit, like and it's always funny. It's because like South Korea doesn't want to escalate because they have a lot of allies, but in the 80s they bombed an airport. One time they raided the presidential palace in South Korea where they killed like 30 people. Another time they like attacked embassies. So right now they're looking at embassies potentially around like other countries to attack, but it's like, why would you then attack other countries if you can't do that? Or if like, you know, you're just gonna piss other people off. So I guess this is just what they resorted to. But that's kind of petty.
You know, it's petty, but I'd rather them do that than like throw bombs at each other. They can throw bombs of feces, but not real bombs.
I one time spoke to some guy who was just from like South Korea, and I talked to him about like, so living in South Korea, like how does that feel when you have like a neighbor that essentially has like nukes and stuff? And this is when, I mean, North Korea's always talking shit, but this is when they were talking like a lot of shit about bombing them. No pun intended. Shit. Yeah. So the guy was like, well, no, what we're really afraid of is their chemical warfare, because they could easily like, a nuke is hard, but you know, instead of balloons in there, you can fucking fill it up with cyanide or a bunch of smelly shit.
Speaking of cyanide, did you hear how they killed Kim Jong-un's brother?
No.
Or I think his brother-in-law?
What?
Something like that, yeah. He was like walking in the airport. I think he was like an informant for some country. And so the North Koreans axed him. Some person ran up to him and threw just wiped a cloth over his mouth. And it ended up being a nerve agent, and it killed him in like 30 minutes.
And where was he?
He was walking in the airport.
Was he in North Korea?
No, he
I was
wasn't.
about to say, I don't think North Korea has airports.
They call them airports.
Yeah, well, see, this is also something that's been crazy now. You're seeing a lot of other countries do state government targeted killings in other countries. Like, you're getting all these countries that are, like, emboldened and want to do stuff. Like, you had India that killed that guy in Canada. You hear about that story?
Of course.
Did you actually?
No.
Oh, well, like, some Sikh activists and stuff were, like, in in Canada, just literally a Canadian citizen, just living his life. And he was making rumbles in India, never went and didn't live in India, and like the government killed him. People came to his house and with guns and literally shot him up. And then you also have the guy that got killed in the Russian guy who got killed in Great Britain. Him and his daughter, they got hit with a nerve agent. Yeah. And you're just seeing like all of these state killings, and it's like, I don't know how it would be to happen in America, but imagine we're here in America and like you're blogging about North Korea, and then someone comes and kills you. You get a cloth wipe. And it ain't Bill Cosby.
What if it's like a cloth wipe of shit? Instead of killing you, your neighbor comes up, wipes a cloth of shit over your mouth.
That would piss me the fuck off. You'd be so mad if someone did that. You don't like when people touch your head. Imagine if someone
touches your head and wipes shit over your mouth.
Oh my god.
That would be a way to get himself killed.
But you have these countries that are emboldened, especially North Korea, because North Korea now has a new friend. And let's just see this beautiful, blooming friendship of Putin and Kim Jong-un. Kim Jong-un and Putin. Putin visited North Korea recently to settle an arms trade, but also kind of show the world it's you and us against the world, baby. We're going to fuck up the Western allies. Right, look at this. I mean, this is great.
You know, nothing. Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un did.
Petting some dogs.
The Russian
There's some cute dogs.
It's a small fence.
Look at all the gifts.
Look at that, they're getting in their bootleg Rolls Royce.
Is it a bootleg Rolls Royce?
It's a car that Putin gave to Kim Jong-un.
It looks nice. It looked like a real one.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. Where's James Corden? Sing a little karaoke.
Yeah, carpool karaoke. She's singing Katy Perry fireworks. Whatever it is.
Baby, you're the fire. I mean, look at that. Showing them horses. Those guys are dressed like fucking British royals.
So they're in.
Isn't this fun?
They're in North Korea right now, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I look at this and think nothing bad will come of this.
Putin looks so unamused right now.
He is, because there's a big age gap between them. Like, what are they going to talk about?
What's the difference?
Kim Jong-un is 39 and Putin is whatever the state says he is.
I didn't realize that. That is a huge. He's 39 years old.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il died. Like, what?
Yeah.
He has a bust of Vladimir Putin. And what kind of fucking picture is
That's
that?
a big
God
picture.
damn, what is this? Like the Putin Museum?
Oh.
Yo, they're not happy to be there.
Pull out your bag, shit in the bag, and send it to South Korea.
Look at the way they're clapping. You know that they're all like, I wonder if they'll give my family back.
That's in sync.
Oh my god. Wait, does this plane say Putin on it?
I don't know.
Is that a P on there?
It's a big P.
Looking out the window.
You know,
They always do the classic like little Asian
I
wave.
love the wave though. It's iconic for anyone, right?
And they sort of talk shit.
So
Like, God, I hate that guy.
for personal safety though, I think these two are the smartest gentlemen in the room right now. The video, there's Kim Jong-un and Putin.
I mean, yeah, they're getting their attention. It's the Axis powers. They're pretty much this version of it.
The Axis powers for World War III.
We're gonna be in a World War III, folks. Just kidding. It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but unfortunately, in our very near lifetime.
You guys heard it here first on the Odd Pod Podcast. All 22 of you.
All 22. Wait, 22.
Well, you know, as you get further in the video, people just stop watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you see this.
And now we're at 5.
That's right. If you guys are watching this right now, comment Justin smells like Uranus.
And Justin smells like a North Korean balloon.
That's right.
That's just wild. Those two motherfuckers together.
And what are they talking about, though? You think they're planning World War III?
Where are the translators?
I'm sure they're there. I wouldn't put them on camera. If I were Kim Jong-un, he's not on camera.
But the thing is, though, like, okay, so Putin speaks Russian. Kim Jong-un speaks North Korean. I'm assuming, or is it Korean?
I think it's just Korean.
Don't you think they feel silly and then they start speaking English to each other? like, don't they feel silly? They're like, well, shit, like, it's the universal language. I'm sorry, it is. It is.
How else are you going to speak? How else are you going to ruin the rest of the world?
Yeah, they're saying fucking Americans or fucking British, all those speaking American. I mean, I would feel silly, that's all I'm saying.
You'd feel silly.
I feel silly. Very much about it. But, so now we have the threat coming from North Koreans and Russians. But now, on the brighter side, there might be another new threat. They might be a little nicer. Because we have more proof of aliens!
Why are we clapping for that?
Because, they might be nice. And this soft launch for aliens is taking a while. It's like, at this point we know. But we're just waiting for them to come say hi to us.
We're waiting for Donald Trump to declassify that information.
There is a new... Scientists have discovered alien superstructures. And this was on the news, NBC, real shit.
Say they've identified at least 7 stars that might be surrounded by super advanced alien megastructures known as Dyson spheres. Yes, I said alien structures, and I know what you're thinking, but just stay with me here, because the basic idea was this. Superior intelligent life might build big structures around their home stars or planets as a way to harness or reuse that energy. A 1960s physicist who came up with this idea, Freeman Dyson, argued that if these structures
looked like an alien.
Somebody punched him in the nose really fucking hard at one point.
For real.
Spot it because it would emit
Boy
a
got
lot
clapped.
of infrared radiation. So in this new study, researchers said they found 7 sources glowing in the infrared. Those are their words, but couldn't find an obvious explanation for why these sources are glowing so much, which could mean they're Dyson spheres or something else entirely. And what I'm saying is, what? Space is so crazy. I wish I understood it better. So let's talk to a scientist to help wrap our heads around this. I'm joined now by Professor Jana Levin. She is an astrophysicist.
They're called Dyson spheres because of the scientists.
Yeah.
Okay.
But listen to this. So she basically just had this long spiel about how they might be real.
College of Columbia University.
And look how she just shuts it down right away.
Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for having me. I tried to explain it a little bit. That was my very dirty version. I was going to be like, yeah, but I'm an English major who just had Google. You You have a PhD in physics from MIT. So how do you explain Dyson?
Smart.
I think there was an excellent explanation. If you look at where we are relative to the sun, we're very far away. We're the third planet in. And imagine the light that we try to collect, let's say, with solar panels on people's homes or on any roofs to collect
because
that
climate
energy.
change.
Imagine if you got really close and you caught everything the sun was emitting. It's just a tremendous amount of power. And so Freeman Dyson was thinking about this. Actually, he was originally inspired by sci-fi. Written by Olaf Stapleton like decades earlier. And
I can't get over it. He looks like
Schmiegel.
Schmiegel.
Solid sphere. It was really like satellites in orbit and
So then
networks of things of energy.
So what that these are the elusive Dyson spheres?
So I think it's very unlikely, but
See, she just says, she's like, no, unlikely.
Okay, I think I've heard enough then. When you first brought this up and you were like, they're called Dyson spheres, I was like, brother, I have one in my basement. It's called a vacuum. The Dyson sphere?
Yeah, I have a blow dryer.
Oh, you have a Dyson blow dryer?
No.
Oh.
Well, like the cheap ones, like the CVS $20
I mean,
ones.
it's not the same though.
Exactly. When you think Dyson, I ain't got the cool one with the little hole in the middle.
I don't have one either, but I have a Shark Flex styler.
Shark makes blow dryers too.
Anyways,
So if you make vacuums, you make blow dryers?
alien structures. Okay, if you were to put an alien structure around your sun, what would you power with all that power?
It's unimaginable. Like, I can't really think of what I would power, because Neil deGrasse Tyson also has a clip, and he talks about it, and he's like, there's 3 civilizations, type 1, 2, and 3, and depending on what civilization you're in, all depends on how much power you were able to, use. Because, type 1 civilizations are prehistoric. How much energy are they using? None. And then type 2 is what we're in right now, this civilization, where we're just able to harness the energy in our own planet. But then you get to type 3 when you get to that. And I mean, like, it's unimaginable. Like, I'm talking, like, if you could harness the power of the sun, you're talking about hypersonic travel, you're talking about potentially even time travel, things of that nature.
I think people are just blowing each other up if you can power the harness the power of the sun.
Yeah. Some sort of, like, celestial warfare or interstellar warfare.
Like Gundam.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Have you seen the Hulu thing?
No, there's so much Gundam on Hulu now.
Yeah, but there's like a new special that they dropped like 2 years ago on Hulu, and that shit is just like 8 episodes. They're an hour each or like 40-ish minutes, and it covers like the whole Gundam thing, and it's really fucking good. You should watch it.
I'm gonna watch it.
You should watch it. It's like the origin story of Gundam.
I'll watch it. Done.
Yeah.
Done.
Facts.
But could you imagine if you sent like a solar panel over towards the sun, and then you brought it back and you just crash landed it in like North Korea, and it just explodes because you harness all that power?
Yeah.
That's the only real use case I can think of.
It's not likely to ever. Who knows if those structures are real, but we're more likely to get hit by a meteor in 2029. Have you heard about that?
No. Why am I just hearing about this?
Yeah. So there's a meteor. There's been like videos about it, but basically there's a meteor that always like they don't know. Scientists found it a long time ago. I want to say in the early 2000s or like in the prior, but basically plus 20 years. They found it a long time ago, and they like calculated it, and they were like, "This is coming towards us," and it's the size of the width. It's the width of the Empire State Building, so like it's ginormous. Like it's as wide as the Empire State Building, and as of right now, they looked at it, and it's just supposed to be like 10,000 kilometers away, or like it's supposed to miss us, but it's enough for scientists to be like, "This is coming really close." And so because of that, they're always keeping an eye on it. Like NASA has a constant eye on it. And on top of that, they also have the. Did you hear about the thing where like they try to move a comet trajectory? SpaceX, they shot one to see if they could move it.
I heard of it, but I didn't hear the results.
Yeah, they moved it just a little bit, but that was literally because of that asteroid coming in 2029.
That's crazy.
In case they need to move the trajectory.
That would be cool. I would love to see that.
See an asteroid?
No. I would love to see the person power the Xbox controller to move the fucking asteroid.
Well, no, yeah, OceanGate did that, but they powered it into the ship to see if they could hit it.
Yeah.
Big asteroid coming in 2029.
I thought you were gonna bring up like Halley's Comet coming back in like 2039. That sounds.
We might not see it.
No.
But I don't know if we'll be able to see the asteroid. That'd be pretty cool though, because you just see like a giant black rock, or not black rock. I guess it would have a light to it.
Would it? Well, it would only catch fire if it like entered our atmosphere, right?
Yeah, and if we see fire, that's it. I mean, can you imagine that? Like, what would happen?
Well, it depends, right? Is it gonna hit like the Atlantic Ocean, the Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean? Hopefully, the Indian Ocean, right?
Get rid
It's
of
on the
all-
other side of the cut.
It just hits like China, like y'all are fucking around too much. Meteor, and then like it wipes them out, and we're like, we had nothing to do with that. You think we did that?
Where would this meteor land?
The example that I saw, when you know infographics, you ever seen that?
Yeah.
The example that I saw was it talked about the scenario. It lands, and I don't know if it's supposed to land there, but in the Caribbean.
Oh, is that what they calculated, or?
That's apparently what they might have calculated. I'm not sure, but that's the example they used in there, and I'm like, well, maybe that's what he used. But then it's also like the example goes, the president then tries to evacuate Floridians, and a lot of them say it's fake and it's not actually going to happen. And I'm like, that is the most Florida fucking thing.
Some Florida type shit. You know who? The crocodiles would survive.
The crocodiles would fucking survive.
They would survive.
And the cockroaches.
Cockroach.
Yeah.
Cucaracha.
Cucaracha. But it depends. If it hits the Atlantic Ocean, it's going to cause tsunamis, and then it's going to throw up a bunch of heated vapor into the air, fucking up our climate. Mm-hmm. If it hits the land, it's going to really fuck up Florida. In the example, it would hit Miami. I don't know why Miami. A lot of Latinos, I guess.
Yeah, I would. If it hit Miami, we'd be fucked here.
Yes. It's a climate change that would fuck us up.
I think so too. So I guess we might as well drive our really inefficient cars and fuck up this universe.
Florida's gonna be like, we should have inspected our cars because they're gonna be trying to leave and all the cars are gonna be breaking down and shit.
Everyone's gonna be hitting everyone.
Yeah, and a lot of people just aren't gonna believe it. They're gonna be like, no, this is just the Clintons, thinking it was just a lie.
You should have stopped the steal.
Should have stopped the steal, baby.
That's crazy.
Fucking meteors, man.
Speaking of crazy, you ready for some odd questions?
Let's do some odd questions.
All right.
I have one that is... I'm always like so conflicted on this. Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't. But every time I walk up a dark set of stairs, a part of me believes. I'm a believer that...
No, that's just you being afraid of a robber or someone in your house.
Nope. And nobody getting to my house without an alarm setting off. But a ghost? A ghost is not setting off that alarm.
Ghost is not setting off that alarm.
Danny Phantom? Coming right through.
Great fucking show.
Yeah, right?
What a goated show. Did you ever finish one? Did you ever watch the whole thing?
I don't think I watched the whole thing. I watched like episodes here and there.
Oh, you gotta watch the whole thing. Because they also, that last episode was them trying to stop a meteor.
Did they stop it?
They found a way to put antennas all over the world, and then Danny hit those antennas and made them invisible, and they made the world invisible. Or they made the world like pass through. So the meteor just like flies by it.
That is...
Maybe we'll do that.
Yeah, maybe we could. Elon, if you're watching this, please create fucking...
invisible technology. Please create a Danny Phantom. Just find a way.
Yeah. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do.
Yeah? Why do you believe in ghosts?
Just because sometimes I feel like they talk to me.
What are they telling you? Are you fucking schizophrenic?
No, my thing is like, I don't know. I don't believe them. I don't know. There's like phenomenons that we can't explain, but I don't think they're coincidences. If you ever had a cat, sometimes cat will just start meowing at the wall, and that's enough to make you believe you either have termites or a ghost. Like, that's the problem.
I probably believe in termites. That would scare me just as much as ghosts.
If one came up to me, I wouldn't be like, oh my god, they actually are real. I'd be like, I knew it. Sometimes I didn't know. It's kind of like God.
Do you believe in God or ghosts? Which one's more real?
I've been ghosted. And I definitely believe in that.
R.I.P.
I'd be like, God, alright, well, I don't know. Then I'd be like, if ghosts were then real, I'd be like, okay, well then maybe there's God. Maybe he is real. And that means he's a dick, because he sent this ghost after me. What if ghosts are actually just God's soldiers?
Okay, I would
Ghost-looking people, like Jacob, white people.
Jacob, ghost, believes in God, pure heart. There's a connection.
Pure heart, yep. Nazis.
God sent Jacob into our lives
to haunt us forever.
To haunt us forever and bring us closer to Jesus. Done. That's it.
Easy, perfect. All right, so ghosts are real, and God, and pure heart.
Pure heart. Yeah.
Okay, whatever. The next odd question. Odd question number 2. The way Jacob would do it. Odd question.
Odd question number 2. I'm Ellen DeGeneres.
Hi, I'm... Real quick. I make some reels sometimes. And I put effort into it. And I don't understand why the YouTube algorithm fucks me. But it fucked me when it came to this. Because I made a really funny reel about Jacob looking like Ellen that Andy pointed out. Thank you, Andy. And it got 3 views. Like, it literally got 3.
You know what it is?
I don't know how that happens.
God.
What?
God didn't like that we were making fun of his servant.
Yeah.
He sent to us.
I just don't think you can go up against Ellen DeGeneres. There's like propaganda.
I like Ellen.
You do?
I mean, I don't dislike her. I mean, she was fine. I mean, she brought the damn Daniel on her show.
She did.
Vans guy.
There was also what's it called? It was Ellen DeGeneres was like talking about like a raid or something like about like a military movement. And she's with the military experts, and she's sitting there telling him like these formations and patterns. And it's like, what the fuck does she know?
She woman-splaining formations.
Well, no, it's like there's like theories that like Ellen is like a propaganda like person as well. And it's like, you don't believe it, but then there's some shit where you're like, you can't really talk bad against her or else you get shadow banned. But also, like, she's like explaining like this like raid. I'm gonna look this up. Sorry, we're gonna go off another quick tangent here.
Another tangent. Everyone, this is the most unorganized episode of the TheOddPodPodcast.
That's fine. Andy, quick little
message from our sponsors. Hey guys, if you guys are watching this episode live right now, we're actually drinking Mountain Dew Baja Blast, the current drink sponsor of TheOddPodPodcast. So you can find this limited time flavor in your local Harris Teeter. That's what we're sipping on today.
That is what we're sipping on. It's good shit. There's like hold up, Ellen DeGeneres with military.
Alright, if you can't find something, everyone, if you're listening to this right now, there is a subreddit out there called Thunder Thoughts, and it's a subreddit of these thoughts. It's like a fight video subreddit where thoughts just fight each other. If you have 30 minutes to kill, you're on a metro or something, go ahead and play that.
There's also the fucking migrant fight league that Trump's gonna start.
No way.
Did you not see that video?
No, I didn't.
Trump was like,
you gonna live stream it on Netflix? Canceled the.
I'm sorry, you gotta watch this. It kind of made me laugh, but at the same time, I was like, nah, bro, this is fucked.
Bro, you're gonna go from Ellen DeGeneres to Donald Trump Fight League.
We're all over the place. No, Donald Trump migrant fight league.
Do you have ADHD?
Of course I do.
If you make at least $150,000 a year and you're still embarrassed to take your shirt off at the pool, I'll get you shredded.
What does that have to do with anything?
I think he's just looking for rich people.
It is so tough. Dana White. Did anyone ever hear of Dana White? He's a legend, right? UFC, Ultimate Fighter, Ultimate Fighting, and he's a fantastic man. I said,
Faith
Dana, I have
and
an
freedom.
idea. Why don't you set up a migrant league?
Oh
of
God,
fighters,
that's so exploitative.
and have your regular league of fighters, and then you have the champion of your league. These are the greatest fighters in the world. Fight the champion of the migrants. I think the migrant guy might win. That's how tough they are.
Is this real?
This is real.
He didn't like that idea too much, but actually, it's not the worst idea I've ever had.
And he was saying at a Christian conference, and they all laughed as he said it.
Okay.
They all agreed.
Did anyone ever hear of Dana White? He's a legend.
But do you agree what he said was funny? But do you agree what he said was funny?
I don't know, bro. I was reading that, and my reaction was the same as yours. I was like, did he really say this? This is real. Like, how far have we fallen, people?
Quite fucking far. If you're willing to put migrant workers in a fight club.
The guy's crazy. The guy's literally fucking crazy. No, one more. I'm sorry.
What, are you gonna play the Ellen thing?
No, not the Ellen thing. Hold up, last thing. We got a lot of videos we gotta find later.
That's why I'm trying to duplicate these tabs. So
I appreciate you doing that. I was wondering what you were doing.
Yeah. But speak in time to let you know I won't be in town for the next 2 weeks.
A very short period of time. So I said, let me ask you a question. And he said, nobody ever asked this question. And it must be because of MIT, my relationship to MIT. Very smart. He goes, I say, what would happen if the boat sank from its weight? And you're in the boat.
It's about electric powered boats.
This tremendously powerful battery. And the battery's now underwater. And there's a shark that's approximately 10 yards over there. By the way, a lot of shark attacks lately. Did you notice that?
I did notice that.
Yes,
I watched some guys justifying it today. Well, they weren't really that angry. He's
telling this to people in the middle of Las Vegas.
Because of the fact that they were not hungry, but they misunderstood who she was. These people are crazy. He said there's no problem with sharks. They just didn't really understand a young woman swimming now really got decimated, and other people too. A lot of shark attacks. So I said, so there's a shark 10 yards away from the boat. 10
He
yards.
has ADHD. It's
Don't
crazy.
get electrocuted. If the boat is sinking, water goes over the battery, the boat is sinking. Do I stay on top of the boat and get electrocuted? Or do I jump over by the shark and not get electrocuted? Because I will tell you, he didn't know the answer. He said, nobody's ever asked me that question. I said, I think it's a good question. I think there's a lot of electric current coming through that water. But you know what I'd do if there was a shark or you get electrocuted? I'll take electrocution every single time.
People in the back, yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right, on question number 3. Would you... On question number 2. All right, would you jump away from the battery, or would you and get eaten by sharks, or would you stay on the battery and get electrocuted? Because you're fucked if you do, and you're fucked if you don't. So I think the better question is, how would you rather die?
How would you rather die, shark attack or electric battery?
Yeah.
I'll take the electric battery. Let me die on my property. He said, sir, no one's ever asked me that before. I think it's a good question. I'm a man. I will go and fight the sharks. I've seen plenty of sharks. A lot of sharks not quite as strong as me. But I could beat sharks. I could beat a shark.
You think you could beat a shark?
Yeah, you gotta gill punch it.
A gill punch it while he's...
And while your electric boat is sinking, the shark is gonna get shocked. And that's when you come in with a flying elbow. It's basically like an anime electric attack.
Drop the people's elbow on the shark.
Elbow, an electrifying people's elbow from the boat.
It's a good way to fucking die.
He died being electrocuted from his sinking yacht while people's elbowing a shark.
Yeah, that's the way to go, huh?
Yeah. Well, the last one. Do you believe in time travel?
No, I don't. I don't think it's possible.
You don't?
It's just not possible. Do you believe in time travel?
I think it's possible. Maybe there's laws. It's regulated. That's why we never see anybody. But you and I.
Nah.
So let's make a deal right here. 10 seconds from the moment that if we're still friends in the future, 10 seconds from the moment that we shake hands, we're going to come back and visit this spot if there's time travel.
Okay.
Yeah, and a lot of people just aren't going to believe it. They're going to be like, no, this is just the Clintons. Thinking it was just a lie.
You should have stopped the steal.
You should have stopped the steal, baby.
That's crazy.